I can't make you any promises.
Right.
Because obviously there's a lot of information that you have that we don't.
Okay.
So there aren't any promises. I can't come in here and promise you anything regarding the court case or the arrest warrant or your involvement in it.
Okay.
But I can tell you what the number one priority is.
Right.
And it's to find Gannon.
Right.
And so if you were talking to some small law enforcement agency and they said, sure, we'll protect you, I mean, I can see how you would be suspicious of that.
Well, you guys were the lead agency. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I mean, they're the most elite agency there is.
Oh, okay.
And so if there was a time for you to feel like that you could protect
that recorder, we can.
Because I know you have yours. That's what I'm saying.
As a backup.
So if you want the recording turned off, you need to tell us really explicitly that that's your choice. Because the recording have been put into law so that there's not a debate where he says you said one thing and you said I didn't, right? So it's to protect the person being interviewed.
Right.
But if it's something that you...
It's not that I'm trying to... I just don't... It's just I wanted to have like a conversation with him, just him, and try to explain to him in complete detail about everything. Because I do want this... I want the help to the next level to find out where he is. I really do. You guys have looked... You went to GPSs and all this, but you haven't found Gannon because you're coming after me. And I understand you're going to say, well, this is what we have to go on, and I respect that totally. But it was the first time I ever get to sit down with people that actually to say, okay, this is what happened, this is what I know, please help me. Because then I feel like if I don't, because see, I easily would be like, hey, just give me an attorney and call it a day. I really want... Do you think I want to waste time if I got resources when that's all I've asked for? I don't want to waste time.
And if there's a chance he can be saved, everybody wants that information. But the only people who can save him are the FBI. I don't want you to think that this is being broadcast to the whole world.
Right.
You know, there's another DA with me. There's no Coffee County person.
Right.
But they're the ones. What the reason that we do that also is I might miss something, and I probably do, and so then I can go talk to him and say, "What am I missing?" And then also it protects you because if I make a promise that I can't deliver on with the FBI, then Martha gets to hear it, and then she would knock on the door.
But as soon as I give you information, what's going to happen is someone's going to say, "Well, you were involved with this person. You were cheating with this person. You were doing this. I'm just giving you scenarios."
But that's a lot better situation than you're in right now.
But what if I wasn't? That's my thing. And that's where the burden of proof, I can't depend my life on the burden of proof to be involved with just someone thinking that I'm just a bad person. I did not hurt Gannon. Okay.
There aren't any promises I can make you about you. I can tell you that we're looking for the truth. And it seemed to me from listening to it that you had information, but I can't make you any promises.
But what I'm saying is, if you're saying to me, I have information, you're going to come and say, well, you should have given this information when I did nothing but attack. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
You can't armchair quarterback yourself, though. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't look into the future and say, well, we're going to say this because you said this. If what Martha and I are saying are true, and that our only focus is Gannon, we don't care who leads us there, we just need Gannon, then you are protecting yourself by telling us this. If you never give us this information, then you don't protect yourself. And then we have one person to prosecute for Gannon.
Well, and our focus is who took him and who hurt him, not with when people came forward with information.
How do I know that? Because that's my biggest thing. I know you're saying that, but like whatever I can do to help, I can help you. But I'm saying, how do I know that if, let's just say it's whatever, I tell you a specific person, okay? Let's just say that, okay? Then my thing is, well, your thing is going to be like, well, you held this information for me, and I'm having to utilize my resources, okay, and do all those things, not understanding that maybe sometimes there are people who are afraid of any other things going on.
Every day in my work, there are people who report things later than some people think they should. Every day. And we try to focus on the violent crime, and we certainly try to focus on the kids. I know that you want assurances, and you want me to be able to say, I will or won't do this, and I can't make you promises because I'm in the dark, right? It would be foolish for me to make you promises, but I have people who late report sex assault all the time. We have people who come forward years later. Our interest is in the truth about the crime. This is really y'all's conversation to have. And I know that you wanted to have a frank conversation with them where you could really tell them. So unless you need me, I'm going to step out.
Okay, but you're still going back in the room.
Would you like us to turn it off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we'll turn it off.
How do I know that? It's not that I don't want you to know anything. I want to be able to really talk to him and just know that I can sincere see in your heart you're going to help me.
I can bring you back there and you can see us turn it off, but the truth is I could just turn it back on again.
I know.
I mean, there's a point where no one can verify everything you want.
Well, plus, that's her life. She has to tell the truth, just like I to you when you don't want her to listen to you. You kind of have to look at logic here.
Okay.
I don't think Martha would throw away.
I don't want you to know. I want you to have all the information.
Yeah.
That's it.
So are you okay with the recording continuing? We just won't be monitoring it.
No, I didn't. He said that we
You wanted to turn off?
He said I could just talk to him.
Okay. So we're just going to turn off the recording, and that's your choice. That's what you want, right?
Yes.
And so he controls the turning it off from here? Or are they?
No, you'll have to ask.
Okay, I'll ask
find someone.
And so it's just going to get turned off.
Okay.
And then once it's done, then I'll come back out and we'll turn it back on.
And it'll be a conversation between the two of you, and it'll be like the way law enforcement.
All right.
Anything else from me?
No.
I'm going to go get him, turn it off.
I know that they're not, so.
Well, I'll go watch. Do you want me to do that?
No, it's fine. I just want to know. It's not that I don't want them to know anything. I just don't want it being I know that people are leaking information.
That's not going to happen. That doesn't do us any good. From El Paso?
Mm-hmm.
The sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why I've had this hard time with trusting anybody. I actually was trying to reach out to the Barbara lady. You know Barbara?
Amber?
No, it's Barbara.
Who's Barbara?
She was another, an FBI lady. I was actually going to talk to her today.
Yes.
Okay. So apparently this recording runs 24/7, so it can't be turned off.
Okay.
But the other FBI agents, also they have a protocol where there has to be another person for security. Those are the choices we have. But we can move you to another room that's not being recorded if that's something that you want.
Okay.
But another FBI agent would be in there.
Another agent in the room.
Okay, is it someone you know?
You know them all.
Yeah, unless they're from a different office, and even then I've met most of the ones from Myrtle Beach.
Okay. That'll work.
So they'll go set up a room someplace else. And then we'll do it. It'll be the two FBI agents and you, and the recording speech room. Okay? Well, did she need to stuff around?
No,
it's pretty incredible.
It's not that I don't want them to have information. I want to be able to really get your help, and you tell me that what steps can we take, or what steps can you take, I guess, because you said you have an ability to do resources or whatever.
We find people all over the world. I'm finding a guy right now who changed his identity and went to Russia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just so you know, if you look on the paper, I did look that up. Only because I was just wondering, if you could, because I wanted to know, if someone was whatever, how could you tell really quickly, to find them out?
Before we do all this stuff, I've never seen, and not to say it hasn't happened, someone take a kid and not ask for ransom, and the kid be okay.
No, I did. I sent it to the FBI, those messages that you guys had on my phone. Yes. Did you get those?
I think you sent it to the FBI.
Whatever that email address is, I think it's that Barbara or something. I want to tell you what the name is. I think it's Barbara, so
Barbara from the FBI.
Yeah, she has a 720 number, and I feel like her name is Barbara. And my friend Amy has been talking to her a lot.
Are you sure she's from the FBI? Our numbers are all 303.
No, this is a 720 number.
She's not FBI. Her name's Barbara.
Wow, I can tell you the number. It's in the other phone, but yeah, it's Barbara something, and 720 is the first 3 digits. Yeah,
well, she's not working this case, because I would know. Because I'm the lead FBI agent working
right.
this.
Yeah, I know.
How did you get in touch with Barbara?
My friend Amy, she called my friend Amy and was like asking questions, because I guess originally people wanted to know if like Gannon came like with me or something. And my friend Amy gave me the information, which was I think it was a 720 number. And anything I found, like the Snapchat, I sent over to this lady, like to whatever this number was, I sent to it.
It never made it to us.
So there's no one named Barbara.
No, we have a Barbara. There's Barbara Kelleher, but she's not. She doesn't even work these sort of crimes. Yeah, no, this is totally Barbara, and it's a 720 number. And if I had the other phone, I can tell you exactly what the number was. When did you send this to her? This would have been like, okay, so then this happened 3 days ago, and then it happened February 5th, I think. So what happened was I got all the messages when I logged back in for my iCloud. I got all the messages that were like just sitting there. And so I took that message and I forwarded it to like, I sent it to people and I sent it to Albert. And I said, hey, I said, can you get someone to like look into this? I said, it could be just people, sending random messages, or it could be creepers, like people, whatever, being stupid, or it could be just in general, the actual person. And so no one ever said anything to me about it. Then I get the Snapchat. Okay, so that's your... Let me interrupt you for a second. Mm-hmm. Letecia, there's an 11-year-old kid. Again, we have to go back there. 11-year-old kid, injuries in the house. Now we know that. Taken. And you don't come to law enforcement for 30 days? This was a law enforcement person. No, there's Barbara. I mean, how did you get in except through your friend? You had Amber from the FBI. Right, but she said that she worked with the FBI and she was going to send information. She said that she worked with Amber. I swear to you, if you call Amy, you can get the number from her to find out what Barbara, who the Barbara lady was. And she was actually emailing her today. But if you told them back then, and you trusted them with that information. This is why why are you not today? Because no one has helped. I tried since February 5th. The 5th. Today's March. That's why you see I had such a problem with trust. Because I was there when you were talking to Amber, though. That was your chance. To Amber. Yeah, that's the legit FBI. So then, what happened when I was talking to Amber, I got a message back from the attorney who said not to talk to you guys, because you guys, A, weren't lead agency or something like that, and then B, not to say anything else unless he was present. That was when I was trying to talk to Amber. But why wasn't that with Barbara then? Because I gave it to my friend Amy, who had this relationship with Barbara, like trying to check on her. See, again, this sounds like a lot of your calls. Mm-hmm. To where you're pointing fingers in different directions but never giving specific things. Right, I did. Right now, I mean, if Gannon is somewhere and you can get us there, and he sent proof of life or a picture of Gannon or whatever else, it makes no sense for some man to have an 11-year-old child. It wasn't that. It was because we thought it was someone playing games. And if someone was playing games, we were trying to say that person would have been, like obstructing or whatever. That was the whole point. Not somebody had him and they were like, here, come get. My point was that we thought it was someone, hey, here's someone playing games. Could you find out who this person is? Yeah, but do you see where that's going? And all your talks with Al. Those are distractions. Those take up time. Yeah. And Gannon's over here. Somewhere. Yeah. And you were misleading law enforcement. No, I didn't mislead them. No. Well, you're misleading anybody who would report to us.
No, I didn't mislead any of them. Who did I mislead?
With all these other stories.
Tell us to Albert. I wasn't misleading wrong.
But you knew we were in the room. You
yeah,
just
because
said that.
I wouldn't have said stuff like that if I was trying to mislead. I was just being whatever to Albert because he was making me upset. That's all.
The dad of a kid is not finding his son.
Because I'm also the stepmother who helped him get the kids, and he wouldn't have gotten them without me. So yes, he wouldn't have.
You're willing to do that to Al, though.
No, I already had apologized to him and said that was awful to say that to him out of anger. I had already done that.
But before we kick this thing in motion about all this protection and whatever, why haven't you said one thing, though, today? How in the world would he suffer a head wound on Saturday that requires...
I didn't say it was a head wound that required anything. I said the head thing you're talking about when I said something to Albert. I said the head thing you're talking about. That's what I said.
So the bike accident thing?
You already trying... A bike accident?
No, the head thing talking to Albert.
Never mind. I'll just wait until you are ready to talk to me from beginning to the end, because I already said that is completely irrelevant to anything that what you're talking about. Completely irrelevant. I told Albert something else that was just stories, just to be whatever to him. And it was wrong, and I already had apologized to Albert.
So the things that you told Albert were that he was feeling these burns. Was that happening?
I'm not going to answer any more questions because you're asking me about things telling Albert out of being upset. There was nothing happening that I was telling Albert. Nothing. I was literally just saying that to Albert because I was upset for him not standing by me and was figuring this out. This had nothing to do with me wanting to purposefully do whatever or tell you guys anything. That was not what it was.
But,
it was me being upset with Albert.
Let me go back to a kid missing is about as bad as it gets.
Oh, yeah.
I had a bank robbery 15 years ago to where a female went in the bank, she robbed the bank, she got the money, she came back to the car, and she drove away.
Mm-hmm.
She was prosecuted for that. There were guys in the car with guns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but she could have gone into the bank, said, lock those doors, those guys are making me do this.
Right.
Yeah. Yours is now, we have 30-some days of Gannon missing, and you haven't talked to one law enforcement officer to say, I know where he is and he's safe.
I never did not try to talk to you guys. I never did not. No one ever, when I felt like I was getting like a completely like bam, 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 bombarded by the El Paso, no one ever reached out to me from FBI to like have a conversation like you did. No one ever did.
And you don't feel comfortable talking to El Paso, why?
It's not that I don't feel comfortable talking to them. I just feel like from point A to point B, they have taken this approach, and like you made even a comment about something about Palmer Lake and all this, about this.
Right.
Because that's the approach that they've taken, as if it's just a person who is not alive. And that bothers me because I don't want
we're actually the ones,
approach.
we're the ones that told them that, and that's statistically true.
What? You statistically told them what?
From Gannon's age,
mm-hmm.
and from the amount of time that he's been missing, he is most likely dead.
But what I'm saying is, as a parent, is that maybe because you're like used to saying that or something, but is that something like as a parent you would want to hear?
No, but would you rather hear a lie? Would you rather hear statistically he's probably alive? When it's about I would say it's less than a 1% chance at this point.
But why?
And him being 11, they would have asked for something.
But why?
Kidnappings don't happen without a demand or
mm-hmm.
without it being a parental deal.
Parental deal or a demand.
Yeah.
So you're saying that nothing else, nobody intervenes ever? Ever?
I've seen one other time, and again, I've worked violent crime in Denver for 20 years,
mm-hmm.
a little over. And I saw one kid wander down the street. He had autism.
Mm-hmm.
And this was up in Brighton. And a guy took him in the house. He had him for a day. The guy was mentally disabled as well. So we had two things happening at once. We had a kid with autism who just started wandering. And then we had a developmentally delayed adult who was just playing video games with him for 24 hours. But we ended up, the public said, there. And I remember knocking on the door. He had made little blankets for the kid in there. The kid was playing video games, and nothing bad had happened.
Right.
That's the exception. I've been to where kids have been dismembered. 10-year-olds.
That's awful.
And from the blood in the house, that's what I'm thinking happened. I'm not saying he just got dismembered in the house, but there's enough blood in there that we don't think he survived.
How could you have, like, possibly say that when you clearly see Gannon walking, leaving on Monday? That's
No, leaving on Monday at 10, yes.
Right.
Correct.
Right. Walking. Okay?
But he comes back.
Walking.
Correct.
Okay? Walking.
Not walking well.
Totally fine. Stomach hurts. Walk with like this. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but he's back at 2.
Back at 2. Okay. Okay. If that's what you say, then this whole thing is like even pointless to even say anything, because if you're saying back at 2, but then you're also saying something about going legs and here and there and whatever, and it's like none of it is even making sense. It doesn't even make sense.
So between the two Petco trips is when he disappeared then.
It doesn't make sense to me
Letecia.
to say.
So let me tell you. I've been working for 14 years with a guy named Scott Kimball. He's our informant that went around killing the girls. Do you remember me telling you about him before?
Oh, yeah.
When we first started.
Yeah.
Not our best day, because I have dads out there who still wonder if their daughters are alive. Scott taught me one thing very well. There's only 2 people that can tell a story when someone either goes missing. Because one of these girls, Jennifer, she's still missing. Like I said, we're pretty sure she's dead because it's been 14 years since anybody's seen her. But Scott told me, John, only 2 people can testify to what happened between me and Jennifer. And that's me, and that's Jennifer. Right. And you're never going to find her.
He said that to you?
He did.
Wow.
So I've got to answer to his dad for the rest of my life. And I'll probably be answering to his dad after I retire, because Dad has my cell phone. Dad calls me on her birthday, on the day she went missing, on Father's Day.
How was he able to say that to you?
Because he's like, there's no other witnesses. So when I take a guess, and that's a guess that he came back home, that's because people that looked on the video said he probably did, or, I don't have the information you have. And I hear you do that to Al by saying, oh, so that's what you think. Well, none of us know. You know.
Because I have to be that way. If I don't be that way, then no one's going to help me. I didn't hurt Gannon.
Okay,
I didn't.
That's fine, but right now you're the only one who was with him.
But I didn't hurt Gannon.
But how are you going to get past these charges without help? How does that work?
Without help?
Without you telling me. Like, again, it'd be like I told you the story about Jennifer. If somebody knew where Jennifer was, and they're not telling me or Bob Markham, the dad. I didn't
say I knew where Gannon was.
You said you know he's okay.
No, I said as a parent, I'm never going to sit here and look at you and say, he's not okay. That's not what I'm going to do, because I didn't do this. So why would I look at you and say that? Like, I'm dead looking at you in the eye saying, I would never as a parent say that. No way could I ever say that. Because I love Gannon. I did not hurt Gannon. Okay.
I told you where most of these happen. They happen in the house with parents who love their kids.
I get what you're saying, okay? I understand. I appreciate what you're saying. I appreciate all the work and time and dedication you put into all of these things to have those statistics. But I am not the one.
But then if you're not the one, you're going, so do you know what happens from here?
What?
You go to a local holding cell.
Okay.
They hold you for 24 hours, up to 2 weeks, until you get extradited back to Colorado.
Okay.
You're in jail, Letecia. And unless you tell me that somebody else did this, you're the only one that did it.
No, I didn't do it.
But I'm telling you.
But I didn't.
But that's what would be horrible. is if someone else did this, and you're going to let them skate because you're scared?
Not letting someone skate.
What could you possibly be scared of at this point?
I'm not letting... Do you think I would sit here and let someone skate if I could take you directly to the person right now? Why do you think I would need resources?
You don't need resources. Right now, what you need is that if someone took my son, and I know who it is, am I going to go to jail for the rest of my life because someone else took my son?
No, absolutely not.
No, and would I be afraid of my own protection going to jail when I could be free and that person could go to jail? That
but she just sit there. Even if I walked you to the person, she just sit there and said, oh, I can't make any promises.
You can't make promises, but which is better? To go to jail for the rest of your life and hope that we find the person, or to point us to a person? If I'm in your position, it makes no sense.
Right.
Well, what could you be scared of at this point? Reprisals?
No. The fact that you don't have... Apparently you would have found some of this already if you would have had the resources. That's what scares me.
Found some of what?
Anything that would have led you to think whatever.
No, that doesn't make sense. Again.
Sir, it does. Or what did you say in James? John? John.
Starts with a J, that's fine.
Sorry.
I'm not offended. Letecia, your story makes no sense. And what it goes back to now is that you can't take responsibility for what happened to Gannon.
I didn't do anything to Gannon, sir.
You can't insert someone else in here unless you're going to tell me who it is.
Okay, I didn't do anything to Gannon, sir.
That's fine. But then you would tell me who it is if it's someone else.
I didn't do anything to Gannon, sir.
Did he do it to himself?
Okay. I didn't do anything to
I'm
Gannon,
not asking you if you did. I'm asking did Gannon do it to himself?
Do what to himself?
The head injury, the neck injury, whatever that was that caused that pool of blood down by the bottom of its bed. You know that the sheets and all that stuff, the blood seeps down in...
And what now?
The blood seeped down through that corner.
Sheets?
Through the sheets into the mattress.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
You cleaned it up off the wall.
So wait.
There's... Do you know where the head of his bed was?
I don't know anything about blood and sheets, okay? I did not take any sheets and clean up.
You told Al on the phone you cleaned up the wall.
The other room is ready whenever you...
Okay. This protection thing, that's Angel. We have to know last name, all that stuff, how you met her. I mean, I know you say that app and whatever, but how else do we identify Angel?
I mean, I probably could just reach out, like, using Snapchat and stuff like that.
Can you describe her?
Yeah.
What does she look like?
So she actually kind of looks a lot like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, almost like, I think she's definitely unique.
So where all have you met her?
She came to our house.
When did she come to your house? Were you saying September?
I can't give you the exact date. It was somewhere around September. I was sure whatever that she babysat for us.
And then who all did she babysit?
For everyone?
Okay,
Both kids.
Okay.
We had a bunch of we had people who would be like a babysitter in the neighborhood, and like friends came over, and we had another friend that came over for like Thanksgiving. And that helped babysit. So we had quite a few people that would help here and there, and it was the main babysitter, and she was.
So these messages that are coming through to your phone, the, threats or whatever they are coming from her?
So you can get on a VPN network or something like that. You could probably reach out to Snapchat. But the last Snapchat name that I have of hers.
What is her Snapchat name?
I would need to have my phone.
But do you remember? Did it have her name in it? Was it numbers?
That's why I asked for help, but he's not willing to help, so. He's not willing to help.
So, to take you back what we talked about, that
I don't, sir. If I'm not going to get any help, then I would just have to get help. Otherwise, I trusted you to talk to you.
Well, we went in there.
I know.
And I don't know. Letecia, if it's just the way you're used to communicating over a long period of time, but when you're asked a question, you don't really answer. You kind of go in a little circle. So if I said I said where did you last see Gannon, and then you said, well, it's supposed to drop off, Yeah. So we're just used to asking you a question, and then you tell us an answer. And it's just,
I've always, said, talk and whatever, just because it's how I talk.
So, that's just how you've always done for the last, 5-10 years?
I mean, most of the time, it's nothing personal or anyone. I knew nobody was going to help me, so it's pointless.
It's going to look bad.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it's going to look like I was doing these bad things with people, and I just...
No, it's not even going to look like that.
Yeah.
Here's what it's going to look like, is that you were the last one with Gannon. Nothing on this angel thing we can't authenticate any of that. When you say it's all off camera, like with the black Impala in the parking lot, we have cameras for that whole place, and we don't see you meet with anybody.
Well, can you, show me that so that I can show you what direction?
But you would know where it is. Where did you meet? I said
what direction, because I'm not from Colorado, so I can show you, on camera, the video that you're talking about, what direction? Where it would be at, so maybe you could pull, if you wanted to pull a camera off of another place. I mean, because there's lots of places you could have pulled a camera off of. That's all I'm asking for. I mean, that's offering help.
Yeah, it's help, but Gannon goes into this car. I mean, this is a person that you trust.
I do.
Right?
That's the thing. What am I supposed to do?
So then why would you go home and say that he's here, that he's now gone away, that you're leading...
I never said he was here, now gone away.
Well, that he was at the house.
Okay.
Yeah, but do you see where I'm going with that? Why would you make up that story to law enforcement?
What story?
That he was going to a friend's house.
Because if her nephew was a friend. I mean, I don't understand how that's a problem.
Angel's nephew was a friend. Oh, that's right, that they had played together. But did she live in your area?
Yes.
Where did she live?
I don't know. Again, I'm constantly, stuff will come through, and it will be people sending stuff, saying stuff.
But the people, are they different people from Angel? I mean, are they acting on her behalf? Because that doesn't sound like a friend to me.
Obviously, if they're not helping with your child, they're not friends. But how do you think that makes someone look? Trusting people. You see, doesn't that make someone look like they're irresponsible? Not trusting people, trusting someone. Okay.
Do you know who tells the story from here on out? Your story?
I asked for help.
But do you know who tells the story? How this works out from here?
Could have taken you to do a lot of things. You could watch me on my phone do a lot of things.
There is an angel. Well, just like we found Quincy Brown right away, we can find Angel. But if there's not an angel, that's the last story you're going to tell law enforcement about Gannon.
Sure.
Well, but I mean, we'll get your warrants for that threes thing, whatever else. We'll go interview this angel, and if it's like what I think Quincy Brown is,
okay,
then Angel's just
going to... You're not trying to help me, sir.
I will help you.
Okay. Well, I tried. I tried to get your help. When I gave you the rawest information, I tried to get your help, but you wouldn't help me.
But I think I can help you. How is that?
By helping me find him. That's how. Believing. You did just like they did.
I'm happy to chase down anything you tell me to.
You did just like they did.
Letecia, and I can, is that I think that Al left you alone because he's gone to Alaska for so long, and then he's on this trip, and you're left raising Gannon, and something bad happens, I don't know if it's your fault or Gannon's. It doesn't really matter. And you panic. And you ask, was I the person talking for Al? Yes, I was. But I think the closest you came was talking about his head injury. And then, because you asked Al,
I would have,
No, if someone took your son, you would have called.
I did call.
You did not call the police.
Yes, I did. I called the police.
Petco, right when he was taken.
No, that's not taken. He was supposed to be playing. As soon as he wasn't home, I did.
But you were supposed to meet her, the next morning?
No, I called immediately when at 6 o'clock at the time he was supposed to be home. I called the police. I did.
And then what did you tell him?
You already know what I told them.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense.
Why doesn't it? Yes.
Because I told you, I have talked to a lot of people that are sitting in the same chair you are right now, and I've seen them, and I'm sorry if it offends you if I say story, but that's the only way you're coping with this right now.
Coping?
Yes.
Yeah.
We all cope.
Okay. Sir, I didn't hurt Gannon, okay?
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying that you're unwilling to come to the truth.
Okay. Well,
because it's going to be painful.
I gave you the truth. I didn't hurt Gannon. That's the truth.
So the last truth you want to tell me,
I'm
just
not
to
going
make
to say
sure,
anything else, sir.
Is the angel story.
I'm not going to say anything else, sir, because you didn't help me.
I will help you if you will tell me one concrete way to find Gannon. So,
okay.
Letecia.
You're not trying to help me, sir.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're not trying to help me, sir.
You can be a hero here. You can.
I'm far from a hero.
But you can be
because I'm
one.
a parent.
You're a parent
who did not hurt a child.
You're a parent who was left behind to deal with a stepson.
No, it wasn't.
Stepkid.
He wasn't a problem.
No, it's a problem when something like this happens in the house.
It was not a problem to take care of children.
Then what happened?
That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. Like, for you to say that to someone, it's hurtful. That's what's hurtful. It's not a problem to take care of children.
It's not a problem to take care of children, but bad things happen in the house all the time.
And how? No. God,
yes.
No, sir. I mean, John, no. No.
Do you want me to walk through where all the blood was, or do you know it already?
Listen, sir, I don't. I know for a fact that I did not hurt Gannon.
How is the bottom of your shoe have Gannon's blood in it?
As long as I can live with that and know that God knows I did not hurt Gannon, then I'm okay with that.
Well, you can convince yourself of that all day.
Okay.
But,
sir, that's not helping me, sir.
But is there a way for me to help you? Even if you're trying to convince yourself it didn't happen, is there some way for you to say through a third party?
Okay, sure. Whatever you say, sir. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, but I did not hurt him. Did not.
Then you won't tell me who did.
Would not.
All that blood would not be in the house if Angel just met him at a Petco.
It's not. You're like that's far beyond what you're even talking about.
What is far beyond?
There's many of times we've had blood in our house.
Do you remember the spray that was on the wall?
I mean, goodness gracious.
I've seen the markers from the spray. The spray went from the bed all the way up here. Well, you had to clean it up.
Smear?
No, it's not a smear.
Okay. All right, whatever, sir.
It's a spray.
All right, sir. I don't know what you're talking about. Spray. I don't know what that means.
It's called spatter.
I don't know anything about that.
So it comes from aspirated. You're going to hear all this anyway, so I'll tell you.
Sir, that's
it comes from aspirated blood.
Okay.
Do you know what that means?
No.
It means that he didn't accidentally do it.
Okay. Okay. Whatever, sir.
So that's what we were waiting on for the warrants, because somebody struck Gannon in the bed.
No. If someone struck Gannon in the bed, thank God we were all drugged then. If that's what you're saying happened.
That's what the blood
God,
says.
we were all drugged.
Well, then can you tell me how that blood got on the wall?
Sir.
That's Gannon's blood on the wall.
Okay, well, I guess, sir, if you think you have all the answers, then...
You're making me guess.
I'm not.
You've got the answers,
I'm not
Letecia.
making you guess, sir. I'm going to be respectful to you. Because you offered to help me. You didn't help me. So I'm just going to sit here then.
But it doesn't work like it does on TV. Have you ever watched Criminal Minds or Profilers?
I don't watch any of that stuff because I don't do bad things to people.
No, good people watch those shows.
I don't do any of that. I don't do bad things to people.
All I was going to say is it's not like on TV. If someone presents us with evidence, then we just follow the evidence.
Okay.
Right now, you're the last person with Gannon.
Then I don't do bad things to people. I don't.
I don't think you do bad things to people.
I don't do bad things to anyone, and I didn't do anything bad to Gannon.
I think something bad happened to Gannon, and I don't know of a way to get you to tell me about it.
Okay.
I tried through Al to get you to tell me about it. We've tried here.
Okay.
You came, and I think you have a defense mechanism. And I think your defense mechanism was, you need to go into another room, you tell us.
No, that was not no defense mechanism. I trusted you to talk to you because I thought you would help.
If you trusted me to talk to me, you would tell me where Gannon is right now.
I don't know where Gannon is.
You do. You know where he last was, and it wasn't at the Petco.
Okay, then.
But see, you can't make me guess. That's not fair to me.
Why would I keep talking if you're not going to help me?
You tell me how to help you.
I already did. I already did tell you. I told you how you could help. And you...
Nobody holds a kid like that.
Okay, that's what you think.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
If the sun comes up in the morning, it goes down at night every day. We have worked hundreds of these things.
That's what you think. Okay. Me talking to you is not going to do anything else because all you're going to do is go think that you're going to get me to say something that I did that I didn't do.
That is not what I want.
Because I did not do anything to Gannon. Why would I hurt our child? I had everything in the world. Why? I have no motive. None. Don't have the first motive. Everything I wanted in my life, I had it. Why? Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense a lot of the time what happens inside of a house.
Well, sir, I don't even know what you're talking about. All I can tell you is I did not hurt Gannon. I have no reason to. In fact, to go on the record, I had a way better relationship with Gannon than I did with Lena. Way better. Because we were so much alike. We always like the same things. We always have problems with our stomach. We always do all these things.
Do you know that there's almost a correlation sometimes between how much you get along with someone and how bad things happen in the house? I'm telling you that, Keisha.
I don't. Well, maybe bad things happen in your house.
They happen in the house a lot more than they do out in public.
Maybe bad things happen in your house. But
would it help if we showed you pictures of what we saw on the wall and by the bed?
Sir.
When you say nothing bad happened, you can't get around. Yes, Al, but we did not show Al that on purpose. He had to come get stuff out of the house. And he looked and saw the blood pool was about this big on the concrete.
Okay. And
that is not from a little gash like that.
Okay, and then what? And then you showed this to him, or how did he see this?
He had to come get stuff out of the house. I wasn't even there that day. After
you allowed people to stay in this house for a week.
I did not allow anybody to do anything.
Someone did.
Okay, well, it's not my call.
Okay. So
what I'm saying, though, is the wounds that you're describing to him, even when you're saying it doesn't...
Sir, I'm going to tell you now.
When you say the head thing was Saturday...
What I'm going to tell you now is people were inside of a home living, and it was not me. So maybe you can talk to whoever allowed people to live in the home, okay? For whatever you're saying that was done extra or whatever, maybe you can talk to those people who were allowed to stay in a home during this supposedly, okay? That's what I think. Maybe you can talk to people who were...
You're saying that the injury to Gannon happened...
I'm not saying anything except I know you're telling me this stuff, and you're saying this about, how bad these were and these things were. All I can tell you is maybe you can talk to the people that were allowed to stay in the home during this time. During this time that you have this supposed evidence, people that were allowed to stay in the home and people that were allowed to walk in and out to see it, supposedly. Okay?
So Gannon was in, all these wounds happened after he went.
I'm not saying anything other than, sir, you are telling me, you just sit here on record and telling me that Albert went inside somewhere that you were supposed to have as a supposed crime scene.
I wasn't there for that. If you want, I can get an answer for you about who was with him.
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm saying for you. You as a professional, you would have allowed that, supposedly?
If he has to go get stuff,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that's
as long as the scene had been processed.
Okay, processed, sure. Okay. I'm sure that's how it works in this country. Doesn't it sound a little bit weird to you?
If the scene has been processed, okay. No. I had a girl that was burned alive in a house in Bailey.
Okay. The scene was processed supposedly when people were still there day 1, day 2, day 3, and the scene was processed. Day 4, day 5, day 6, and the scene was processed.
You're saying that people were going in and out of the house, civilians, while they were processing the scene.
I'm asking you that because apparently you said the scene was processed, and then you want me to talk to you when I know that how shady that whole situation is. And you want me to give you answers for how shady that is. So you need to tell me, in the scene that was processed, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, there was nobody going in and out. There was people living there.
Right.
Okay.
When they thought Gannon was still alive.
Okay. Living there. Okay. But you're saying the scene was processed because not you, but people surely were there. It's all on camera that there was crime scene people there while people were living there.
Of course, because they didn't know the severity of the scene.
Okay.
They just thought Gannon ran away, like you said, to go see a neighbor.
So the point is, how am I supposed to put my trust and faith in any bit of the system like that when that was going on? How?
So you're trying to put faith in a system where you gave them misleading information.
I'm talking to you. I'm saying
if you would have told police the very first night that he was taken forcibly, everything would have been different.
That's not forcibly, okay? I said exactly what I said, which was he didn't come back at 6 o'clock.
If you would have said other people have him and they should not have him, it would have been different. You controlled the way that law enforcement responded.
I did. So now it's my fault that they
yes, by you saying he's walking over to play with a friend.
Had people in there doing a supposed crime scene, and now you have all this stuff after you let people live there, and now you want to look at me and say something. Sir, I did not hurt Gannon. Okay?
Okay, well, who did?
Did not.
Who did?
Did not. Just like all of the other things.
Why are you telling me you did not? I don't care if you did or not.
I'm just telling you. Yes, you do care.
No, I don't.
Your father, you would care.
I care about Gannon. I don't care if you did it or not.
Sir, I didn't, okay?
But you're saying you did it, but that doesn't help us find you.
Okay, well, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I would not have no motive, no reason
I'm not asking you about
to hurt our child. No reason.
Who did?
No reason. No reason.
Why would you give us stories that go in other directions?
I'm not, sir. You're not going to help me. You proved you were not going to help me.
If you give us a story with no leads.
Okay. Well, you proved you were not going to help me, so you did too.
What do you want me to do, Letecia, before we leave? You tell me what to do and I'll do it. And then when I'm wrong, you say, oh, so is that it? So he came back home at 2 because he's not on camera?
I'm not testing it all.
You do. And you win every time because you're the only one who knows.
I'm not trying to win. I don't want to win. This is not about winning, sir.
You're the only one who knows.
This is not about winning.
But you do win.
What? No, I'm not. I'm not winning. I have no motive to hurt our child.
I'm not saying you do.
None. None at all.
But you're the last person with him. If you give me another name, I will chase that person. You've tried Eduardo in the house. You've tried Quincy Brown up in the mountains. Now you've tried Angel.
I never said anything about the mountains.
Yes, you did. You were supposed to ride a bike up there in the mountains with Quincy Brown. But
I never told you that.
You said you knew I was in the room.
I didn't say I knew you. I don't even know who you were.
FBI.
Never know who you were. I didn't never say FBI either. That's not what I said.
Law enforcement.
No, I said I know someone is listening.
That's got to be us.
Okay. No, it could be anybody.
That's fine. I don't need to argue that with
exactly. There's no point of arguing that. You're not going to help me, so.
I think you could control this story by.
Always control it, sir.
Well, you are concerned about what other people think.
I've been completely respectful to you, and I have talked to you, I've been respectful to you, been kind to you. I did all these things to you. Because that's who I am. So I wasn't raised to be bad to people.
I don't think you're a bad person. But I think bad things happen all the time. I've seen it.
Why bad things have to happen?
Because an 11-year-old boy is not home, and he's not hanging out with somebody.
Okay, sir, okay. I'm glad that you think something so bad happens all the time. I'm sorry that you have to have this shield up of nothing but no compassion and all that. I'm sorry for that. I really am. But I have no reason, none, to hurt anyone in my family. None.
Can you tell me why there's blood on the bottom of your shoes?
Out of the what shoes?
The shoes they recovered in the garage.
In the garage?
Or in the top of the washer or something.
People were. Did you think I didn't walk around in shoes?
With Gannon's blood on the bottom?
What has that got to do with anything? I've already told you. We were outside unloading stuff. What has that got to do with anything? We were outside unloading my car. I mean, come on. That doesn't mean somebody's this bad person and done something wrong. That doesn't mean that, sir. At all. Nothing like that. To hurt Gannon, innocent, loving, help me out more than any person in the household. More than Albert. More than anyone. Help me.
I'm not saying Gannon's a bad kid.
No, help me. Do you know how much you'd be helping me? With everything, pulling everybody else's slack. Who did it? Gannon.
Yeah, and I think that's why this is so hard.
No, it's not. You're right. It's hard, you're right. It's hard because I didn't hurt Gannon. That's why it's hard. So to not have him helping me, that is hard too. Very hard. Knowing that right now, sitting at home, Gannon knowing the situation, you know what Gannon would do? He would wait on me anything I would ask him just to make sure I was okay. Anything.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Oh, he would. Before even Albert would even do it, he would. If he was sitting here right now and needed anything from me to ask him to do anything, he would do it. So there's no intention, motive, reasoning, nothing for Gannon. Nothing to hurt him in any kind of way. None. Nada.
Now, you did say on the phone calls there was no premeditation involved. You said...
I was saying to Albert, like he was, if you're talking about when Albert was asking me that, I was simply saying, because you were trying to get him, or whoever was trying to get him to walk me down some pathway of whatever it may be, whatever that may be. Come on, sir. I didn't wake up and be like, oh, my life changed today. That's not how it works in life. Bad people, whether you say do this or do that or do that or do this, they just do bad things to people.
It's not necessarily true.
Okay, well...
I told you good people do bad things. I've seen it.
Are you a good person?
Yes.
And you do bad things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you had any key to telling us where Gannon is, you would tell it to us if you were a good person. Would you not? And so
it doesn't matter what I say.
But that's you look at the totality of all of what you've told social media, all of what you told Al.
First of all,
it's all about
social media had nothing to even do with me half the time. Only the person I ever talked to was the crime online lady. That's the people that I talked to. Social media was like a crap show.
Yeah, but you've got on under other names.
No, I've had people sitting beside me, people who were near me, people that were are my friends and family trying to defend me. Okay? But I have completely been trying not to have another miscarriage. Trying not to. So, no. Yeah, people wanted to help me. But it's not about social media, people telling stuff. Yeah, if someone say something on social media, yeah, I went and looked up. People started saying stuff about this or that. Yeah, I went and looked it up because I wanted to know what they were talking about or the questions that they were saying or information or all these things. Yes.
Your argument isn't going to work, Letecia.
Argument about what?
Your argument that somebody took him. You're not going to be able to tell that story.
Okay.
If you help us today find out where Gannon is, if you could, because I have 100% confidence that you can tell me exactly where you last left Gannon.
Okay. Now you're accusing me.
I'm just telling you what the research shows, what our investigation shows.
Well, I'm glad that you have research then. So.
It will look much better for you.
I didn't do anything. So what do you want me to look better at? I didn't do anything. Are you
going to tell me right now that the last place you saw Gannon is really him getting into an Impala?
Sir, I'm not going to say anything because you're not trying to help me.
Finding Gannon would help you.
Oh, yeah, I know. Don't you think that?
Then tell me where
he is. Don't you think that? Don't you?
I know it.
Really don't think that?
So tell me where he is and let me help you.
I don't know where he is.
Where did you last see him?
I'm not. You proved that you were not going to help me. Okay, you did. You proved you were not going to help me.
If you tell me where you last saw him, I can help you. I promise you that, Letecia.
I don't get it. Then hurt Gannon. I mean, I don't know how to, write that out, say it in 10 different languages.
So what do you want me to say? You didn't hurt Gannon? Did you kill Gannon?
No.
Did you put Gannon somewhere?
No.
You didn't put him in a dumpster.
Oh, my God. Dumpster? Why are you even saying these bad, horrible things?
Because we've been tracking your car. We've been tracking, even when your phone is off, it can be tracked.
Good, sir. I'm glad.
And so we've been going through dumpsters all through. Is Gannon in a dumpster?
Sir, you can go through
just please.
Whatever you want to go through.
That would save us.
Sir,
that would save us hundreds of days. Just tell me if he's in a dumpster.
Anything to Gannon. Okay.
That's fine. But will you tell me if he's in a dumpster?
If I didn't do anything to him, how am I answering that question for you?
Whether it's Angel or whoever else.
How am I answering this question for you? Really? You sent to a parent and asked them that?
Because we want to find him. I would not ask you that question if it wouldn't help us find him.
To Gannon. Nothing. Okay. Didn't hurt, harm, kill, nothing. To Gannon. Did not. Would not.
Where's the last place you saw him?
Sir, you've already asked me all these questions.
I know, but that's an easy question. The last place you saw Gannon, which can really help us find him.
Sir,
why would you not say that? If you had nothing
because I've already tried to help you.
No, but if you had nothing to do, if you did not hurt, harm, anything, why would you not tell me the last place you saw him?
Okay.
Because it's a memory you don't want to look at.
Memory?
Yes.
Really?
I would think it's a memory.
Okay.
Gannon's been missing now for how many days? You know when you last saw him, but you won't tell the one agency that can find him.
You already said... You already basically lost my whole ability.
That's not a true story. That's worse than Quincy Brown.
All right. Okay.
What about the pregnant lady with the money in her stomach?
Sir. Okay.
Letecia, tell me the last place you saw him, and we can find Gannon, and you can. That will help you so much in this case.
Oh. Yes,
it will.
Okay.
What do you think is going to help you now? If I walk out of here and we haven't got a lead on how to find Gannon, all you've got is the story of the stuff on the wall. You've got the blood. You've got blood all over the house. You've got blood on the bottom of your shoes. And you've got about 7 lies.
Okay.
If you help us find Gannon, that will help you tremendously. And yet you won't tell me. Why?
Because you're not going to help me.
Yes, I will. I've just told you that.
You're not going to help me, sir.
Where's the last place you saw him?
I'm not going to help you.
Yes, I will. You tell me the last place you saw him.
Why do I have to keep repeating the same thing?
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Sir, if you're basing it on what you think makes sense, then that's what you're judging it on. So if that's what you think, then you can judge it on that. If you want to base it on something that you said you've seen and found in some house, okay, and you allowed, or I say you, let me correct that before you get upset, people to live there, okay? then that's what you guys can go on. Okay? I did not hurt, endanger, kill, do anything wrong to Gannon. I did not. And until you can take that approach.
Well, we're dealing with semantics here.
Okay. Until you can take that approach and say, maybe I need to have a little bit of compassion here, like, really, a lot. Not just for other people, but for someone who has no reason whatsoever to hurt you, no motive, has everything she wanted in life. Why? Wouldn't it make more sense to just, like, if it was such a bad thing, to be honest with you, wouldn't it make more sense for me just to, like, get in my car and, like, I mean, go live somewhere else? Like, that makes more sense, right?
It would make a lot more sense. Like, a lot more sense. I could tell you about 8 or 10 stories that would make a lot more sense. And yet that's why we're sitting here today.
Well,
you know, people that have a lot to lose do bad things all the time.
Well, guess what? I didn't do anything bad.
But then why won't you tell me what the last time you saw Gannon? If you didn't, Letecia, it makes no sense. And it doesn't have to make sense to me. It has to make sense to a jury that you're going to be sitting in front of in about a year or two.
Okay.
Do you really want to go there without helping yourself? Do you want to go there and have us stand up and say, oh, it's Angel, it's Quincy Brown, it's all these people that don't exist?
Well, at this point, someone that I can trust will be the person that can help me. That's what it's going to be.
But are you going to tell them Angel?